This week we begin a three-part series documenting the build of our new Jeep with Exploration Outfitters. If you're new to our channel, we are a family of 5 in our 5th year of overland travel and off-the-grid living. During that time, we went from an RV towing a Jeep to a Jeep towing a trailer with 2 rooftop tents. This configuration gave us plenty of sleeping area, but not enough space while driving. We've all grown a lot taller since we've started this journey, plus we added our dog Lando, which brings us to where we are today. Join us and the team at Exploration Outfitters as we modify and prepare our new Jeep for Season 5, where we will be exploring the back roads and backcountry of America and beyond.
Once we arrived at Exploration Outfitters, we emptied out the Rubicon and pulled her into the shop to begin the build. We were so excited to begin outfitting our new Jeep for life on the road with all this amazing overlanding gear.
Dust lights. So it is day 1 of our Jeep Rubicon build. About 3 years ago, we were here at Exploration Outfitters getting our Jeep Wrangler built out right before going to New Zealand. We're really looking forward to getting this done. It's gonna be a really fun process, and it'll be amazing to see how this Jeep transforms in the end.
Wait, see how this goes again.
I know. So what's happening now is we're getting that Frontrunner rack all pieced together. It's clearing up everything in the back to make way. They have to drill up into the actual roof of the Jeep to get it mounted in. It's kind of a permanent mount, just like it's on our Jeep Wrangler build. It's the exact same rack. So we really have loved that rack. It's been a perfect thing since we got it. Excited to get this one on. Got all the back seats. Is that good?
No, I'm fine.
Sure?
Yeah.
Anybody, y'all need anything to drink? Good?
We're good. Thank you.
Cody?
Okay, so day one of our Jeep Rubicon build has just ended. So what we've done is just get the Frontrunner roof rack, the same one we've got on our Jeep Wrangler, but it's a little bit different, it being the jail mounts and a few things that are different. It looks amazing. And we really like how the rack looks so far. That's probably, for us, one of the most important things besides like suspension or something, just because we have so much stuff, being 5 basically adults now. We need a lot of places to put it, and then also for sleeping space, we really look forward to getting off of the ground and back into a rooftop tent. So we'll have our second rooftop tent put on there at some point in this build.
There's a couple things I want to show you about the Frontrunner roof rack. And we've got these questions over the years because we have the same rack on the JK. So if you take a look over here, people ask us, you've drilled through your hardtop, is it going to leak? Well, the answer is no, we've never had a leak. You can see these rubber seals, and there's seals within and underneath. So no, the answer to that is no, it doesn't leak. Same up here. The second question we get is how does it mount to the vehicle so firmly? As you can tell, this thing is solid. I mean, you go to the Frontrunner website and you can see a picture where they lifted, I think with a helicopter or a crane, they put a bunch of straps around the roof rack and lifted the entire vehicle. Well, I'll show you how that works. So you saw them drilling. Let's go inside here. So if you take a look inside here, here's the roll cage of the Jeep, and you can see that the mount bolts right onto the roll cage, and then if you look up there, that's where we're going through the hardtop, and I'll get a big close up here, and you can see the rubber seals just above the rack. So that's these two mounting brackets come up to here where I showed you before, and that mounts the back. Okay, so that's how the back of the rack is mounted, and now this is the center of the rack, or just behind center, and you can see there's some brackets, one on each side. That's where they drilled through the roof as well, and it's just really solidly mounted to the roll bar, the roll cage here. And then we'll go take a look at the front. So here's the mounting bracket for the front of the roof rack. It's a very solid metal bracket, bolts in the top and the bottom, and then this tube runs up and holds the roof rack in place. Now they've put it on the outside of the frame because the JL has the option where the front windshield can come down like the old original Willys, and so they've made space for that. I'll show you the JK, and it's a slightly different mount. Now the only challenge that this presents is if we were hoping to mount a snorkel, and a lot of people want to put a snorkel on it, and unfortunately as of right now you cannot mount a snorkel with this roof rack bracket being here. We're hoping in 5-6 months, maybe hopefully 3 months, somebody will come out with a modified snorkel that will fit around this, because we eventually want to get a snorkel on here. So right now we're looking for a snorkel solution, but we actually bought this ARB Safari snorkel, and we're gonna have to send that back. So that's the situation here. Let's go take a look at the JK. So this is Vandy and the Frontrunner roof rack that we've had on here for years. But you can see how the mounting bracket just comes really slick down the side here and leaves enough room to put a snorkel. But every year or every couple of years, whenever Jeep changes up their models, going from JK to JL, the people that make these roof racks, they have to modify it accordingly. And so that's kind of the situation with that, but we're looking for a snorkel solution.
What's up, guys? It is day 2 of our Jeep Rubicon build with Exploration Outfitters.
This side is for the seat, this side's for the seat belt. So we could actually probably put the seat belt on since it'll be under the plate.
All right, so now in the back of the Jeep, we are getting the Goosegear plate and 60% seat delete, which will become our sleeping area in the back of the Jeep.
The delete bracket, pretty much if you take out the 40% or the 60% delete, you order the bracket to the seat you're taking out. It allows you to put seat belts back into the Jeep, and also that one seat will have a bracket for mounting. So we're going to use 2 of the factory bolts. So this is the seat delete bracket. This will install into the factory mounting place for the factory seats. We'll use this bracket using factory bolts to lock back in place. You'll see it has 2 studs. We've already mounted the seat belt to the larger stud. That gives you the seat belt for the 40%. This stud is where the seat will bolt back into place in the factory location, keeping your factory angles and everything for your passenger. So, these are 19 millimeters. We have the impact there if you want to run them down. They have red Loctite on them, so that way they stay locked in place. No vibrations and stuff should work them loose. That's why it gets tight quick. And that's how you install the seat delete bracket.
Simplicity.
And next we'll move on to the 60% delete. So this is your 60% delete platform. This takes place of the larger rear seat. As you can see, it's very form-fitting. It is cut to fit directly into this vehicle. They're all vehicle specific. This gives you under storage as well as a sleeping platform for whoever's be sleeping in the rear. So if you let me set it in place. So it kind of lines in place. There's 2 runners underneath it. One fits the transmission tunnel. It's got a hump cut out of it. The other one fits behind the seat. And you also have the factory bolt here. It fits down in this hole that way to kind of let you know that you're set in place. Next we'll move to the rear plate. It'll just set in. It uses the 6 factory bolts. And then you have 3 bolts to tie the 2 kits together. Perfect. So the bolts for this are the factory bolts. They'll have a clip on them when you take them out. Pop the 3 clips, take the bolts out, and then you reuse the factory bolts. And those 6 are held down by a T40. In the floorboard there should be 3 4mm Allen head black bolts. That'll be the 3 bolts that will line up here to tie the 2 kits together.
Seems like a really easy, well obviously it's a really easy install. Just a couple of bolts using
Super
same bolts you
easy.
had
It's
anyway.
designed. It all bolts back into the factory locations. You're not drilling any holes, extra holes, but it actually makes these surfaces usable.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's beautiful.
There's your platform.
Nice. Now, see if it fits this 6'4" guy. Oh yeah. I'd have to sleep on an angle because I'm 6'4", but that'd be comfortable.
Wouldn't be bad. I really
No. Anyway, talk to you guys in about an hour. I'm pretty tired.